What's good? It's Chigozy. Today we're going to look at some Masonic propaganda like we do every single day. Real quick though, checking the weather. Not that it ever matters. These numbers are always bullshit. They never give you the accurate, correct weather anyway. And look what they're giving us today. If you go to Columbus, Ohio right now, you can ask many of the goy who are being deceived at the Buckeyes game right now. If it's 47 degrees out, they'll be like, no. If you ask them all what temperature it feels like, they'll probably tell you something in the 50s, maybe even the 60s. Not 47. Columbus 47, Ohio 47, time 47. Freemasons compass set at 47 degrees. Foundation sums to 47, and here 47 degrees in the weather by the numbers. Put them at the Catholic Church, Catholic 55. I hope you notice the 58 right here on Monday. 58 degrees, Freemasonry, 58. Freemasonry is what runs Columbus, Ohio, because that's where you have the Columbus Police, 58. Just like Freemasonry, just like Secret Society, 58, 166. And 77. Because Columbus Police is a secret society. They are the Freemasons, and they put on propaganda. They are the Master Masons. So that is why we have 11, the master number, inside this Masonic propaganda. See the blue and red pillars of Freemasonry right here. Always that shit in their propaganda. See, pairing blue and red here. They do it every single time. And the vast majority, I would say 99% of the pictures, like this is very rare. We don't get it like that. But anyway, I hope people are here to see more evidence. Hey, what's good, Wes Lisbon? Hey, Opia, Zay. I'm glad you love my vids. It's great because one of the things I've always loved doing is putting out content to help people, enlighten people, whether it be music or information.
Nick, what are you learning about?
Maybe have them see the world for what it is and then want to be closer with nature as they're supposed to be, and not inside this gang's tyrannical agenda. Trump vows severe punishment. But it's great now. Like, people love watching this content, and I love putting it out. It's just such a mutual thing, you know what I mean? I will say now, I'm not going to be streaming that much today. I'm going somewhere today. So I won't have any more content till tomorrow. So I'm going to stream for like 30 minutes to an hour. See how they code severe punishment. 7884. Scottish Rite. 7884. 78. Well, not 84, but it's perfect. Scottish Rite, free Masonry. Masonry 84, Scottish Rite 78. The Jesuit order is the Masonic order within the Catholic Church. That's why you get the 84, 78 on their name. The Jesuit order equals 84, 78 as well when you write it out. So you see how Jesuit and the Jesuit order give you both those numbers, and then they're inside this Jesuit order propaganda. Donald Trump, a Jesuit, went to Fordham University, vows severe punishment if journalist Jamal Khashoggi was murdered by Saudis. So it's that type of narrative again. A journalist murdered by someone in the Middle East, more divisive propaganda. Here we have the numbers for Freemasonry, Freemasonry 59, Freemason 122, and the Francis Bacon cipher. Blood sacrifice 76, 86, the reflection is 68. 59 is also a killing number. Khashoggi, guys, I hope you understand these are all contrived names. Have you ever read a fantasy novel and they have a bunch of contrived names, or play play Final Fantasy where all the names are these exotic names in some games? It's the same exact thing inside the news. It's no different. And I would even argue that the words and names crafted inside this propaganda is even more exotic, more fabricated than what you find inside video games and TV shows and anime. I'm not even kidding. I mean, look at this shit. Khashoggi. What the fuck is this? Someone do 58, like Freemasonry. 158. That's what I mean by this all bunch of fake news propaganda. They're making this shit up on spot sometimes, but usually it's from stuff that's crafted decades in advance. Federal government 85, reflection of 58, Scottish 49, 41 the 13th prime is what they also coded in his name. We have Scottish, we have Freemasonry, we got Scottish and Freemasonry in severe punishment, the 8478. You see how it is fitting that pattern inside this propaganda by the Saudis, you know, and that's what they always use, that rhetoric. Saudis 4473, sacrifice 73, chaos 19, kill 44, chaos 89. Saudi with the 54, 18, 36 numbers. That's why we have Islam with those numbers, 54, 36, 18, all about worshiping the sun. 54, you know, pointing towards the sun as you worship, but it's all part of the sun worship ideal that they've injected and made these religions out of. So, yep. Residents grow desperate for food and water in Michael's wake. Just more propaganda, of course, because this is propaganda from the Red Cross, making you want to, because how do you help them? You donate to the Red Cross. That's what you're programmed to believe. And what you do, you give the money to the Red Cross, and then they send it over to Israel, where they don't do these things. Have you ever seen natural disasters and false flag terror and all these things we see in the media? They never happen in Israel. Every time I hear about Israel, it's because the Palestinians are there, you know, attacking them. Every single time, it's all we hear about. Don't you? I don't get why people don't see it. Why does Israel ever suffer from any of this? You know, Israel 28, the reflection of 82. Actress finally admits playing 82-year-old man, and it's this type of propaganda. They do a lot of this, you know, coding 53 a lot inside their propaganda, how they like to code it with the numbers for transgender. Then they have all this other propaganda coming out, like trying to push some idea that everyone in the media is transgender. I think that's a giant distraction because, first off, like if all the things going on, I think it's very minimal, and two, it's something that you can't actually put to practice. Is it odd? Is it interesting? Yes. And it's propaganda like this, and we see this. You see how we do get a lot of masculine looking females in the media, and then if they do this type of thing all at the same time, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's all part of this agenda, confusing people, distracting them. I wish I could be more eloquent on that, but I just wanted to point it out. I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. I'm sure the live chat's probably been updating. Let's see. Let me go back to this. Okay, no. That's good. You guys don't have to be chatting. Don't worry. But I know once I had the pop-out chat up, and like it didn't update like that. But I guess we're fine. HBO goes camping. HBO goes camping. October 12th, 2018. 33 life lesson number. I don't know what camping sums to, but we can just piece this together real quick. Okay, camping's 30, 36, 63. Let's see. Isn't worth staying indoors to watch. So it's a negative review. 941, the 13th prime. I don't know what they're trying to foreshadow or say with this. Sometimes you do have to read the piece of propaganda to kind of get what they're trying to point out or tell you. It's not as easy sometimes as seeing, the date because even then I could just be like, oh, they're pairing it up with the date numerology, but like, what are they really trying to say with it? So for anyone new, they're not telling us, HBO's camping is not doing well, and here we should know about it. Like, yeah, it's a distraction. It's to feed into that, of course, but it's always something more. It's always something more occult, something foreshadowing something, paying tribute to something. Tilda Swinton played an old man. I think that's what they're telling us about up here. This is probably right. I hope this is Tilda Swinton. Yeah, so it's the same thing. They're putting that all inside this propaganda for what? If you know, you can leave a comment. I don't really know right now. But we can look at that later. I'm sure it's pretty easy if I was really thinking about it more. But there's more important things in the propaganda anyway. These war heroes face another kind of danger. I mean, it's this. This is the stuff I'm talking about. This is important propaganda. In my opinion, it's all relative, I guess, but I'm thinking so because the entire concept of military war, it is just, at least as it is in this modern day, all the wars you hear about in history, all these wars with all these nations, us being over there right now, that is all part of this grand agenda to provide more income for this gang, but more importantly, to divide the world further, to control it, to bring more chaos so they can then have more of their solutions. Order out of chaos is their agenda. These war heroes face another kind of danger. Hero, sacrifice have the same numbers. So we have 55 like sacrifice, but hero 46.
I literally would not be here today if it wasn't for
That's what I mean.
My translator during
That's why they have that number there. For that sacrifice. That's like the original. That's like the root of that pattern. I 35, Thelema, Catholic 35. There's more they're trying to code with that. War heroes, some CDs. I'm just keeping these up because we're going to look a bit at this piece, see how it's coded. Get rid of some of this other propaganda we don't need right now. Oh, a few people just joined. Howdy, everyone. So if you missed it, this is also, again, the 13th prime. We might have to go back to that if someone wants to see more about that. Here we have the 37th prime, 1057, 157 is the 37th prime. Prophecy equals 52. See, I should have just done this. So we'll go back to the war hero because I don't want to jump around for someone really excited to see this, but just for those that just came in, and we can still look a bit more at this Tilda Swinton camping, whatever event they're talking about. We can see how many days from her birthday this came out. And I want to see because Prophecy 52, Government 52, I want to see what they're coding. Revelation 3:7 talking about the key of David, have the 37 prime. And we've never looked at Tilda Swinton before. So it's nice to add her to our database. Because every single time we decode one of these people, we at least retain one thing about them. Born 5th November 1960. We can start with their birth numerology. These people are born to be or given birthdays that match up with what the script's supposed to be, this Jewish Zionist system. It's an interesting birth gematria. Blood sacrifice 86, 76. America 32. Agenda 32. But let's keep looking. Masonic 115, 115. Also 511, Saturn 511. Her full name sums to 112. She was not born. Okay. I'm just trying to piece this together, you know. The 27th prime, her full name, also a sacrificial number. I mean, she needs to watch out. Catherine Swinton sums to 79. This is a 22nd prime. 2270, 49th prime. Ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, 2227. Swinton, 33. So here we go. I see something that they're doing for sure. October 12th is when that propaganda came out. A day with a life lesson number of 33. 42 numerology. Swinton, 3342 in the media. And if you're saying, well, yeah, you just pick through everything to get to that. I mean, if you're thinking like that, I hope you don't, because then you're implying that the order I did my things in is very relevant. And I say all the time, I mean, yes, there's a more proper way you can do this. You can start with something like their last name, and that's pretty serious to them. We looked at her birth numerology. So what's very central to this? The birth numerology, the day the piece of propaganda came out, her last name, and then how many days from her birthday to that. I think those things are very strong. I mean, I know those things are very strong. It's a very strong identifier. So look at how many times in the media people's last name syncs up with the propaganda. It's all the time. 3342, then she's participating in this. November 5th, 1960 to the 12th. We're not going to do it from 1960, but we're going to do from the day this piece of propaganda comes out to her upcoming 58th birthday. Freemasonry 58. 3 weeks, 3 days. Swinton 33 on a date with a life lesson number. That's another thing. Okay, of all the date numerologies, what's the most significant? Maybe besides the day of the year and how many days remaining. The life path number. It's called a life path number, life lesson number. It's very in numerology. It's very central to you, to the numerology itself. So you see how it's a date with 33 life lesson number, and then it's 3 weeks, 3 days from her birthday. That is all you have to do. And then again, go back to the gematria. Of all the ciphers, it is their most important one. Just the alphabetical order with the rules of numerology. So the most significant thing using the last name, you know, out of the first, middle, and last, her last, very significant. In many cultures and countries, they address people only by their last name, their surname. That's what it's called in most parts of the world. Anyway, you know, there's American garbage they teach you. Swinton 33. So you see how it's the most significant part in all of the analysis and all of the indicators. Even from the day, that day to her birthday, 3 weeks, 3 days. That is what I'm just trying to show here. And that is why anyone watching this should see how this is Freemasonic propaganda. Again, Masonry, 33, 42, secrecy, 33, 42, order, just sums you 33 because there's no S. S, the 19th letter, 1 plus 9 is 10. That is why those S words had the 42 when you reduce it once. Police, 33, Goyim, 33, people, 33, person, 33, with the 33 vertebrae and peoples in person. That's what they have. Also 42. So you see how this is a very special pairing to the federal government. Even the word fish sums to 4233. The fish symbol represents Jesus Christ, who died at 33, sacrificed by this gang of Jewish Kabbalists. This gang I've been exposing. So I like how this turned out. I think it was a very good way to see what's going on. Oh, Scorpio, that's great. I'm glad that led you here, you know, and that's good. They led you here, and now you see like the truth behind it. At least from my perspective, that You know, you can't like be absolute with some of that because you can't prove it. But that being said, you know, the fact that it's here, it's surface, it's a thing going on, and then they put like what I just showed you earlier. That's definitely some agenda. And there's a lot of, and they don't tell you. There's a lot of what date numerology calculator do I use? I'll link that real quick. There's a lot of people who commit suicide and regret going the whole transgender route, getting the surgery and everything. They think, because think about it, like you can have either a mental illness or some other method that makes you in that, you know, some sort of programming, any other way that makes you transgender. It doesn't matter how it happens. Plastic surgery, all that stuff doesn't necessarily mean it's the solution. But they're trying to, what are they saying? Accept it, you know, be accepting. Don't talk, I guess someone says they want to get their surgery, you should accept their choice. You should, you know, how dare you talk them out of it? But then what do? They go through the surgery and then they regret it years later. So it's like, I think we should be speaking up and not being so accepting and trying to, you know, figure, you know, more out about it. And at the same time, getting rid of all this programming that's making it more acceptable. That is my whole take on that. So yeah, I linked it there. It should auto download. As you saw, probably what just happened. If it doesn't, you know, I can always get it to you any other way if this doesn't work. But it's worked for everyone else so far, and this works for people. I hope your virus blocker might try to block it, but I guarantee you there's no viruses. If anything, it exposes the viruses, which is this Scottish Rite, Masonic, Jewish Zionist, Jesuit cabal. Melania Trump, I was blindsided by zero tolerance immigration policy. Instead of looking at this, which you still might, I want to still, I pointed this out in the last video, but remember we saw Melania's destructive message. I'm so glad that happened because I've been saying the whole time. And they had some other propaganda, not the sex crime victims. I hope I didn't mess up my camera. Melania Trump's destructive message to sex crime victims. See, they use that a lot, destructive. And then First Lady, here back in August, First Lady Melania Trump warns of destructive and harmful manner during cyberbullying. So, do you see how they're using the word destructive with Melania Trump? And of course, if you're new here or you're just kind of thinking things on the terms of the narrative, which is great to do as well. You're probably thinking, oh yeah, she's married to the destructive actor, Donald Trump, which is true, and that's all part of the riddle. Tisha B'Av is the tale, the Jewish feast celebrating the destruction of the two temples, Herod's and Solomon's temple. And here we get 134, that's what her name sums to 134 in the same method. And I like how they have this propaganda now because I've been saying that Melania, see Tisha B'Av, they overlap 28, 134. For over a year now, ever since Zachary K. Hubbard started teaching about this almost 2 years ago, like this particular pattern. Since then, I've been even saying this is the destructive number. Anyone who's been following my works who should know this. This is the destructive number. It symbolizes destruction. That's what Tisha B'Av has, that number. You know, getting impeach. 134. Make America great again. 134. So you see this pattern, and I just point these out because you just keep that in mind, and then you wait. It's like stalking. It's like a cat stalking its prey. You just wait for them to just put out the propaganda, then you just jump on it, but yep, here we go. And then you document it, as I'm doing in this live stream, and I'll continue to point this out. We can see multiple times they're using her with the word destructive. This is perfect. You know, the pattern I'm telling you about, everyone's trying to teach you about, the mainstream media is showing you right there inside their propaganda. And this is how it always happens, every time. All the patterns, every single pattern that's been being taught in this community is being shown in the media all the time. C-section deliveries nearly doubled worldwide since 2000. You'll see the third letter. That makes me wonder, are they alluding to the fact that they're birthing all these people accordingly with C-sections? I kind of want to go to a different piece. But I typed this out because they're saying black babysitter. This is the 17th prime number, or 17th triangular number, 153, the 17th triangular number. Negro, 59, the 17th prime. Video shows autistic child dragged down hallway, very well mocking all the autistic goyim, especially in the United States of America, being dragged down the road to slavery. He could replace the Dodgers' most valuable pitch ever. 108 win, MLB team is a payoff underdog. 108 double stitches in the baseball. We know this is a very special number to baseball, 108. Major League 108 using alphabetical order. So you see how Major League Baseball, that's what MLB stands for. You see how they're branding their propaganda with the number 108. For my limited knowledge of baseball, if you've been following me from the beginning, you can understand how 108 is the one I know the best. That's because especially since the Cubs with their 108-year drought and how they won the World Series after that, and the 108 double stitches in the baseball, you can see that number all the time, and it's okay. Baseball equals 18. Man, I don't know why someone can't just trade a Netflix series. Instead of binging on a Netflix season, the time it takes to watch one season, if they can just watch some of my videos, it equals the amount that time. That's all they have to do. And it will change their life for the better. Because I can't imagine how I'm sitting here every single time. Just even, again, this number 11. And I'm sure it's going to be some death, killing, murder, some sacrificial type of number inside the video length. But, I'm showing these examples all the time. Dead 14, N 14. Here, 104. This is 14. Every time I'm showing this, it's always the same shit in their propaganda. And again, America founded July 4th,
construction workers
1776, 104 numerology,
in the ceiling of a
life lesson number 32, America equals 32. Okay, we have the master builder number right here. It's also 122 seconds, Freemason 122, 11 infants, So we don't have that number, but guess what? They're giving us numbers for Freemason with the 11. It's even better. They're sticking with this 11 pattern. 22, the master builder number, 11, the master number, and again, Freemason, take into account the capital letter. I've been saying that a lot, but I've never shown anyone often. But whenever I say take into account the capital letter, just add 26 per capital letter. That's why, in Francis Bacon, A is 27. 1 plus 26, 27. Tilda. Let me just see what her first name sums to. In 1946, 3589. Again, 3 weeks, 3 days from her birthday. Oh my God. Just that alone. Every single time I do that, we get 83, 85% of the time. Instead of maybe it should be 2-3% of the time. So if you just think about what I show, there's no way to be skeptical. I really I like skepticism. I'm all for skepticism, thinking, understanding before you just commit to believing something. Well, guys, don't believe any of this. I never ask you to believe anything I say, because what's there to believe? It's the truth. It's in your face. You know it's the truth. Nothing to believe here. But I'm all for being cautious, but at the same time, I can tell when someone's hiding their skepticism, or they're using skepticism instead of just coming out saying they have cognitive dissonance, they have some sort of mental retardation,
unsolved murder case.
some sort of brainwashing that they can't understand. Now this is by the numbers propaganda. You know, updated at 347. Foundation 47. Freemasons compass set at 47 degrees. DC, the headquarters of the Scottish Rite Freemasons. DC equals 47. Washington, DC. Government 47, official 47, White House 47, president 47, Trump the actor playing the role, the head of all that 47. At the top of the compass, pole star 47, a very special number to the Freemasons. Now they have it right here inside this piece of propaganda. October 11th, here they're talking about this. 11, 131, the 32nd prime, Scottish 32. They have a life lesson number 32. See how this is working? Scottish 32, Freemasonry 59. Masonry 39. 32nd prime, 13, a very special number to Masonic activity, and then 47. And when I have this calculator up, check this out. Freemason in the ALW cipher, which is every 11th letter, sums to 128, like the word brotherhood in English ordinal. And when you apply the rules of numerology to each of those letters, so you sum them to a single digit and you add everything together, you get 47. And this is a cipher that's every 11th number. And of course, 7 plus 4 is 11. You see how they love number 11? That is why every time on the homepage, again, you see the number 11. It never fails inside this Masonic propaganda. I also like how they have the 11 and then parallel with this 8 right here. 118, death 118. 8 also never connected to time and death. But what's this even about? You might not be anonymous thanks to genealogy databases. I mean, is this news? They can find you. They have the technology to classify you and all this shit. Not to mention, they can just forge some result and just pin it on you anyway. So this doesn't matter. I mean, it's just, I don't get it. I don't get how there's a saying going around that the government, the military, which is the same thing as, centuries ahead in technology, or at least, 50 to 100 years ahead in technology than the rest of the world. But then people will be like, how are they manipulating the weather? That's, how can they clone people? What? Why would you question any sort of technology these people could be possibly doing? Unless it's, of course, very out there. You can't really explain it with even, logical reasoning. Anonymous, but even then, Anonymous, 137, the 33rd prime, Authority, 137, 106. And our authority is anonymous, but no, they're not. They're the Jewish bankers, the Scottish Rite Freemasons, the Jesuit order primarily, Masonic 4338. They are Masonic. And this is their propaganda. And they're telling you right here, why not quote anonymous anywhere here? Why here? Why do they choose when to do it? Because they're coding gematria where they want you to see it. Gone fishing. I mean, this is coded as fuck. Can't wait to see what this sums to. 113. Oh my god, 113. Gone fishing. Dishonest 113. Scottish 113. 49. Literally, I cannot believe this. Same exact position too. See, Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Putting out this propaganda. As we're just talking about how anonymous and Masonic are the same, and I get authority, and it's Scottish Rite Freemasons. They are telling you this is their propaganda. They're real because they're arrogant. They want you to know who's putting this on, and I'm trying my best to help them spread their message to let you know that this is what they're doing. They're okay with you knowing this is them because they know that we can't do anything. But at this rate, Yeah, everyone's still. What's everyone doing right now in Columbus? Literally half this, like, no, not even half the city. Pretty much the whole city is piled in that bitch ass stadium, watching some fake ass sports with Urban Meyer, that theatrical actor. It's sick, guys. If you want to see like a bunch of brainwashed, if you want to see, the line from 1984, beer and football and above all else gambling and all that, and the gorgeous deceived. Come here on a Saturday and see exactly what they mean. These people are so far gone with football, it's disgusting. 187. 187. It's a very, very special number. Ancient accepted sky traded Freemasonry, 187. Number of chapters in the Torah. What's this, 218? I haven't seen the chat in a minute. Oh, man. A lot of people got here. Good. Aloha, Cindy O. Great seeing you. Hey, Northern. Hey, Patrick for life. Hey, Domino D. Sandra, everyone's here. Miss Mildred. Hey, Northern, I'm glad you made it, because, Northern, I'm just going to explain to you how Q is nothing else than a propaganda event from the Freemasons. I know you already know this part, Q17, like Mason, like Zion, and you're asking, well, there's got to be more, and there is. And I think one thing to say is, if you have an organization such as Q that's come out saying Donald Trump is the savior, he's here to help us fight back against the New World Order, he's waking people up, then why is Donald Trump then coded by these numbers? That is my question. Why is Donald Trump coded with the numbers for Saturn and all of his propaganda, his birth, everything he's done? That is my question. I think if we can show how Donald Trump is not connected at all to the New World Order, then Q has some merit. But if we find out that Donald Trump is connected to the New World Order, and if one of the central pieces is how Donald Trump is, I mean, he's the president, which means he should be the leader of it all, like he should be up there. Q should be very favorable of him. I think it's the best way to debunk Q right now is to see how Donald Trump is a theatrical actor for the federal government. And the cheat code is watch any other video I've put up about this actor, and you'll see. First off, he was born in 1946, the Order Out of Chaos president, Chaos 46, Zion 64, the reflection, Thelema 64, the reflection of 46. He is a thelemic actor. We literally have people with Make America Great Again hats and hoodies with the Thelema on it inside Donald Trump propaganda. Yeah, so, and I was going to say, okay, Q is never officially connected to Trump. We just assume. Well, we can't be making assumptions if we're really trying to be factual here, Trump is, well, compromise is, you're putting it very lightly. Yeah, the 1950 episode of Track Down End the World with character of Trump, then builds a wall. Exactly. That Trump, I remember seeing that, the guy named Trump, and he was going to build a wall. This is back in 58 for the 58th presidential election where Donald Trump is elected. He was a psyop. So the thing is, it's about waking up the masses, right? But why are we going to mislead the masses at the same time? If we are having a bunch of disinformation on top of the real information, it's like one of my favorite Bible verses, just because, again, I don't even follow the Bible or any of that, but I like some of the teachings, is you're better off killing a child you're better off tying a stone to the leg of a child and throwing him in the water than deceiving him. You're better off dead than living your life a lie, being deceived. And I've always agreed with that since a kid. I was like, I'm not for killing people, but you know what I mean? Just the thought of it, their emphasis on that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, why spread disinformation, even misinformation? And that's why Q is a bunch of bullshit. We can even look at Q real quick. I think we can start at Q. We can see how Q's by the numbers. Because Q wasn't part of this New World Order agenda, they wouldn't do shit by the numbers. And it's not just for you, Northern Rising. I hope anyone who's in the Q can see this and see what's going on. I have a video from almost a year ago about QAnon. I should just type in QAnon. That's what Q is. But I remember the whole video. I was just talking like it was any other side. I was like, yeah, Q, Donald Trump and Q. This is some fake news propaganda, like I always talk about. And I honestly had no idea that it was going to blow up and be some big thing that people are like all a part of and attached to. I was like, what? I was like, wait, how are people falling for this Q thing? The Great Awakening, baseless, unhinged, evidence-free. This is also meant to discredit the truth community. That's the thing. Because Donald Trump will come out and say all news is fake, all news is fake. And then Q will support Donald Trump and him saying that, and then they say this, and then Q says a whole bunch of other crap that's not true. You can't wake up the masses if you have something like Q coming out. I think this is my conclusion, but we're still going to talk about this. You cannot wake up the masses. If you're about the Great Awakening, how can you possibly wake up everyone if they are the central piece in this type of propaganda stunt, where you have them telling you truths? The media's fake, CNN's a bunch of bullshit, the elections are rigged, but then they have all sorts of other crap that they come out that is baseless, unhinged, and we'll probably see some of that. Trump coming out saying, this happened to them, that's happened to him, which is not, and then Q will do, what I'm trying to say. The masses will look at this as a bunch of crap. They'll say, okay, well then news can't be fake. I mean, they're saying news is fake. I mean, it's clearly not. I'm not going to be one of them. If you think news is fake, you're going to be associated with something like this. So just that alone, like, it shuts down the masses more from being awakened. It does the complete opposite of awakening people. I really hope that made sense. I think it does the complete opposite of awakening people, and that's why it needs to be shut down. And of course, when we organize, Q is going to be one of the fake or first places I take down. Wikipedia is disinfo. Exactly. That's why I love decoding disinfo. But understand, this part right here isn't disinfo. I can search right now. You can find propaganda where they put out with them, I'm pretty sure the New York Times called it baseless. They use these words inside the propaganda. That's really is what's going on. Doesn't matter if the propaganda is true or not. They're putting out propaganda saying these things. And again, you and I understand that Wikipedia is disinfo, but the masses don't. So they're going to come here and just see this too. And they'll be like, well, it just confuses them more. If you want to see what truth is like, why not just observe everyone else in this community who's just trying to put out knowledge, who's just trying to put out information, not this type of stuff. George Soros. I mean, these people are saying this of George Soros, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, because these are all actors. They're saying that Trump feigned collusion with Russians to enlist Robert Mueller. Like, everything Q is saying is not true, because these things aren't true. This is all a bunch of fake news propaganda. Q is a reference to top secret Q clearance. Q clearance is fake news propaganda too. That's what I'm saying. You really want to, like someone tells you what Q clearance really is, you're going to believe something from the Department of Energy. These are occult-ass symbols, this satanic lightning bolt, the sun, the pyramids, the phoenix, all within a circle. And when I talk about this, understand, I'm not saying these things are inherently bad or anything. I don't think or speak in those terms. I'm just telling you, this is who's putting this out. The Jewish Kabbalist liars, a gang of liars are telling you what the Q clearance is. And how does this gang of liars maintain that? They put it on their propaganda software application, Wikipedia, which is why I like to look at it. Yes, this is disinfo. Exactly. I love how it's disinfo, because we can see it's all crap, and Q is then part of this. I hope I didn't skip any beats, because I know I'm still missing something. Go to actual Q posts. I know I'm going to do that. I don't know where to even begin. Do I go to 4chan? If you can link something, that'll be good. Because I don't follow Q. And sorry, like I know you can say, well, if you didn't go and check them out, how can you know? Like I didn't do my full research, but I apologize, but guys, you saw this shit came out in the media. I know when the media is putting crap in my face. You know what I mean? I didn't have to go to 4chan to see. But here, look at this deceptive site. I mean, that's probably though part of Google, you know, making it seem like Q is so bad. Guys, don't be surprised. This site is completely legit, but Google's making it seem like it's not. Just all part of that propaganda. Oh my god. This is what I'm saying. Why are they perpetuating this? James Comey, guys, James Comey is a theatrical actor for the federal government. Why is Q telling, oh, this guy's fired, you know? This is just a script to The Apprentice. This is all I'm seeing right here in a script to the show. Man, I'm not trying to come off as condescending. I'm never trying to do that at all. But understand, this stuff makes me laugh. It's a bunch of crap propaganda. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I hope this is not one of Q's posts, but I think it is. This is the type of stuff they do post about all these actors inside the news. The Apprentice. That's all this is. Don't you see the mocking? If you think this is all real, they have the Apprentice actor, now your president, coming out firing all these people. And what's Q doing? They're just putting the script right in your face. How does this help me see the truth? This is probably supposed to be some email that they found or something. I don't know. Even if it is, we know these people are being fired by the numbers. We know that everything they do is a complete skit, a complete act. You know, we know this entire saga. You know, notice how we don't hear about him anymore? All we do is hear about James Comey this every single week. James Comey doing this, James Comey doing that, and then you don't. And then it's the next villain to come out for their saga. That's why, for anyone who's seen Dragon Ball Z, it's always my best way to explain it. It's the same exact shit as Dragon Ball Z. You'll have, some new villain character, and then like spanning weeks of episodes, you'll have him, and then you don't see him anymore for like the rest of the show, pretty much, or they'll come in and out. And then the next person, it's always saga. We had Kavanaugh. Then now we have Hurricane Michael. You know what I'm saying? It's always in waves of propaganda. And that's another fact I saw early on, which why I asked myself, why is this shit always happening so perfectly? How can this be news, but they're giving it to us so organized? It never made sense to me. Because it's all a bunch of fake news bullshit propaganda by the numbers. I don't understand how that fact alone shouldn't wake up the masses to see all this bunch of crap. Are these really Q's posts? Western intelligence contacts that the device was made at a super micro subcontract I can't read it right now. I'm sorry. I've been talking too much. I'll start over. Western intelligence contacts that the device was made at a super micro subcontractor factory in Guangzhou, a port city in southeastern China. Guangzhou is 90 miles upstream from Shenzhen, dubbed the Silicon Valley of hardware. What state does Feinstein represent? Why does it matter? Worth 43 minutes of your time. Masonic 43, Q. You see this? And then this is Biden numbers propaganda. Whoever's putting this out is connected in this gang. Silicon Valley of hardware. 113, like dishonest, like green screen, like mainstream. Scottish 113, 103, the reshuffling of 130. 257 would be 55th prime. See, it is Scottish or Freemasonic propaganda. Masonic 43. I mean, I've been doing most of this debunking without even using Gematria. I've been showing you how, look at what all these posts are talking about. It's all just into this narrative that's all fake. All of this narrative and how you can apply this knowledge to all these narratives. We've already done it. And see, they're all by the numbers. There's certain days from people's birthdays. Like, this shit's not happening organically. And this is and Q's pointing this out, saying, wake up, wake up. And then they're going to use this then and tell them something else and lead them all the way on the other side away from truth. Where's any post about gematria? There's no post showing how there's gematria numerology. Yet they go on Comedy Central and mock it and talk about how Q does talk about numerology and stuff, but they don't, like, why aren't they talking more about it? Why aren't they telling us why, hey, we got this message with this another 113. This is very interesting. You know, they don't talk about this. They talk about the wrong thing, misleading people. He's going to Gitmo. Q even says too, MC Cave 2, Eric Brennan, Hillary. That's what I'm saying, dude. There's no pedos, there's no evil, there's no all this stuff. There's no going to Gitmo. That is what I'm trying to say. Dude, I'm telling you this as just like a friend, as a fellow human being. Like, I'm trying to be as sincere as possible, man. Like, that's all a narrative. It is all a play. It's like now we're talking about, oh, do you see what happened on that soap opera? He's going to jail. I can't believe it. Like, we're literally talking about that narrative. These guys are theatrical actors. So how are they going to Gitmo? How are they going to get arrested for being in a pedo ring or any of that? No, that's all distraction. It's all to make you think that Hillary Clinton is really the one, like, involved, and like a lot of the pedophilia going around is she's largely responsible for it. When it obviously not, is the Jewish Kabbalists. Where in the Talmud it even says it is okay, it is great, it is encouraged to molest, to rape, to kill goy, little children, suck the blood out of their penises, get life, you know? That is what I'm saying. This is all a distraction. I don't know how else to show you. Every point you've made has been about the narrative. Military tribunals thinks Kavanaugh. Go on Q boards and shows Trump gematria, then those 5 millions will flock to you for the truth. I will. You know, I'm going to do that. I'm gonna sign up to the Q boards, because guess what? If Q's all for truth and waking up the people, then why would they ban me? And why would they kick me off? I'm gonna go there and be polite. I'm gonna make my account Chigozi Truth. You know, go on Q and just hit him with the gematria. And y'all can do the same thing. I'm going to do that tomorrow after what I'm doing today. Got a friend's B-day today, so I'm going to hang out with them all day. And our friends. Look at this. I like this. See? But this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They're showing that, see? Where is any of this saying, look at the 33 inside this propaganda? Do you see them pointing that out? They're not. They're saying, welcome to the Democrat Party. I mean, first off, divide and conquer. I mean, well, actually, no. Or is he talking bad about it? I don't know. Because I don't think these people like the Democrat Party. Yeah, they don't like the Democrat Party. They're mainly Republicans. See, I even have to remind myself of that, because it's all divide and conquer bullshit anyway. I mean, it's all stupid. Do you see this? Awaiting final Kavanaugh confirmation vote. That's all they're trying to share. And they share it. We're here, it says at 3:30 p.m. Oh, that's when the final Kavanaugh vote. So they didn't do this at 3:30. They did it at 2:55, excuse me. But they're getting this 33 here. And even if they didn't do this on purpose, because they very well might not have, I mean, they're always putting this type of shit inside their propaganda. But I'm telling you that Q's coding 33 in this. And why isn't he pointing that out? That is what I'm saying. Why isn't he pointing that out? They want you divided. Yet, see, they want you divided by political affiliation, yet we see this. Welcome to the Democrat Party. I mean, is this not evidence? This is contrived divide and conquer manipulation, controlled opposition. Caught red-handed right here. I think this is the biggest point. I hope anyone's seeing this. He's literally telling you that he wants you divided by political affiliation, yet he's saying, welcome to the Democrat Party. And always making it about Republicans. Vote Republican. Look at this shit. He's saying vote Republican. I'm blown away. I'm so appalled. I'm so blown away. Because I did not think it would be this easy to catch Q putting out some bullshit by the numbers. Well, not really, well, this by the numbers, but just putting out some bullshit. You see? Because this is true. Yeah, they want us divided by race, religion, culture, class, affiliation with a political party. Divided you are weak, together you are strong. Then why can't we become together? Why isn't he promoting making amends with the Democrats and coming together and forming one party? It makes no sense. This is a bunch of bullshit propaganda. We the people. This equals 58. People equals 58. Excuse me, people equals 33. People equals 33. We equals 28 like Mason. People also equals 93. Think about People magazine. Why do you think they named it that? Propaganda 93, like the name of the magazine. The day that they release a magazine that's literally called 93, I will probably have a heart attack laughing. I don't think I'm kidding. As sad as morbid as that sounds, I don't think I would know what to do with myself. 93. Read our propaganda. Q caught in that rabbit hole. You see, that's all I could find. Northern Rising. I think that shows it right there. And I will expose Trump and Q and make them respond to Gematria. It will be great. And I'm glad you're seeing this. And I appreciate you and your support. I really do. But thank you for showing me about Q to look more into it, because now look what we found. Documented them doing that kind of crap. Dividing by political party, but the same vote Republican. Same Gematria as Julian Assange with Operation Mockingbird. WWG1, WGA, the signature sign off. That's what I'm saying. It's all part of that. WikiLeaks is fake news propaganda. Saturn is going 69.6 kilometers per second. Masonic Saturnian worshippers is 69 is Masonic Arch Keystone. Yep. They have the 69 at the top. So when I looked it up, it was 9.69, 9.69 kilometers per second squared. That's what was in Wikipedia when I was looking it up. But I definitely see what you're saying, and that's not per square, so that's a different measurement. So I want to look into that. But great find, yeah. 69, 96. I'm glad I've gotten you into Path of Gematria, and you're not gonna be the first one from Q coming over. I'm gonna go there. That's my mission now. I'm still gonna be streaming. You won't even notice that I'm doing it, because I'm gonna still be putting out the same amount of content, if not more. But I'm also, in some other of my free time, I'm gonna go to the Q forums, the Q boards, and actively promote Gematria. That's all I'm gonna promote. And I'm not gonna I'm gonna tell them straight up how it's all bullshit, it's all narrative. I'm not gonna connect with them in the narrative and try to. No, I'm gonna tell them straight up. Donald Trump's an actor. Q is just a psyop. But I might not say straight up Q's a psyop, because that can get me banned, and the point is to not get banned. But I'll at least say Donald Trump's an actor. I'll tell him Q's a psyop, but not verbatim. You know what I mean? I gotta be strategic about this. But I think we looked enough about Q. I think it's always. Oh, look! He keeps saying this. Worth 43 minutes of your time. That was up there again. You see how it keeps saying worth 43 minutes of your time? Why does he keep using the number 43? Masonic 43. This is Masonic propaganda. Mason 17. Q, the 17th letter. That's why Ohio, the 17th state. They play in the Q. Q, the 17th letter. Come out of the closet, Lindsay. $38, like Masonic. Did I spell it right? Yep. Prophecy 110, Jesuit 110. 128, like Brotherhood. $343, Cuba Saturn right here. 7 times 7 times 7, 43. Worth 43 minutes. He keeps saying this. Worth 43 minutes of your time. I'm glad we saw that too. That's very interesting. Worth 43 minutes of your time. I'm about to end the stream very soon, by the way. Gotta head out. Fake news will never report. That's what I'm saying. As long as he keeps saying fake news, people believe him. Because they're using that truth to bend people. Like, don't get me wrong. Every single person in the community then... Well, I don't get it, though. If every single person in the Q community believes that's all fake news, then why do they believe it whenever Donald Trump... You see what type of mental illness that you have to think that Donald Trump is not, like, part of the fake news? Because how can you believe it's all fake news, but then only when the news tells you something about Donald Trump... Hell, only when Fox News tells you something about Donald Trump, then it's true. And everything else is fake. Do you see how, like, there's got to be some sort of, like, parasitic worm in your brain, if that even exists, it's for you to do that. And I'm not assaulting anyone saying that. I really think it's something wrong. Like, it's just a break of logic. Who knows? Maybe I'm giving the benefit of the doubt because he says that a bunch of different numbers. Maybe he calculates how long the video is and how long it takes you to read, or the video could be 43 minutes. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, but I think he's going 43 like Masonic. This could be a 43-minute video. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. See, but even then, don't just doesn't mean that this is bunk. This is Masonic shit. I mean, everyone already sees it. The fact that you saw it twice already, even showing the same 43-minute video. This occult symbolism right there, the phoenix within the circle. Yeah, I'm going to post vids over there. I'm going to do everything over there, man. Yeah, I know that's the thing. They're preying on good people. I definitely understand that. Most of these people are good, honest people trying to find the truth, or so I think as well, and you're being deceived. Yeah, those are the good fasts. That's the thing. Those are the good fasts about it. Like they're letting people know they're being lied to, but it's just the fact that like I like those good things Q's doing, but the fact that then they're misleading people on top of that, it poisons the whole thing. Because then it becomes they're just using truth as an instrument. Yeah, Q plus promote all their occult symbols. Then people need to understand how Donald Trump is an occult symbol. They are necessarily evil, And we're saying since that thing is out, since it's at least waking up more people to this than if they weren't around, then our job is to lead them on the path of truth. At least that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the board because that's where they all go. I'm going to put out all the numerology. I need to tell them that Donald Trump is a theatrical actor. That's going to be one of my main goals. I'll show you how he's synced up all by the numbers, that he's partly fake news. He was just an agenda, and they should come to our community, or hell, any community with people just speaking truth and sharing this. The thing is, I think the main truth here is just gematria. I mean, anyone who's not trying to bring out this truth to the world, I'm not sure how serious they are in terms of really waking up the people, because it's hard to prove many other things, but this is very provable. NFL with their fake ass bullshit food. So I'm probably gonna close the stream now. I mean, I ran out of information. I never run out of information. Never ever. I mean, there's literally mountains of propaganda wherever you look. But it's the fact that if I left right now, it's perfect timing. I've explained Q how to psyop. I've now I know where I need to do next. My next course of action. I'm gonna start today. Once I get to my dude's crib, I'm gonna open an account with Q and start posting shit there. I'm not wasting time. I'm doing it right today. Like, I'm done with this shit. Cannot stand any more Q nonsense. Look into why Trump dyes his hair red and the Phoenicians. I will. Oops. I need my notes. I'm gonna look into that. But I definitely see that as a parallel. I mean, I like to use that type of thing in Donald Trump. And the commissions, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Canada's super Masonic coded, but once you cross that border to America, I guarantee you'll see it all super quickly. This place is super Masonic. Yeah, I'm gonna expose Donald. See, I like. Thanks a whole lot for giving me all these pointers, man. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the Q board, expose Donald Trump. I think it's gonna be very paramount, man. Because yeah, that's when they're awake to the cabal. So that's what Gematria. And the thing is, if Q bans me, that's why I want to make sure to not call them particularly out. Because yeah, if they ban me for calling them a shield network or something, they have every right to. Because I'm on their platform calling them a bunch of shills. I mean, if I was Q, I'd do the same exact thing. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna go there like I'm a deceived boy, but I'm gonna throw him with the Gematria and tell him Donald Trump's an actor, Hillary Clinton's an actor. Every single post someone posts out, oh, Hillary's doing this now. I'm like, dude, Hillary Clinton's an actor. She was born by these numbers. This is happening this many days from her birthday. If I do it enough, they'll see the pattern. And I'm sorry, if a lot of them are already believing everything Q's putting out, I'm sure it'll be easy to get them to see this. I mean, this stuff is undeniable. Grandma Trump with that gullet. The grandma rants. Oh, it can't be banned. Well, if I can't be banned, that's perfect. If I can't get banned, that's perfect. I'll still ease in there, because even if I go in saying, Q's a bunch of propaganda shill network, which it is, if I say that, they'll just not listen to me, you know what I mean? But I'll eventually tell them, I'll eventually verbatim them say, yes, Q is fake news propaganda as well. You guys should leave here, come over to Gematria. I mean, I'll, of course, link up to Zach's channel, Zenith at Alpha America, Derek, Dan Barron. Everyone puts out this Gematria knowledge. I'll get them over. They don't have to watch a single one of my videos. That's the least thing I'm concerned about. I just want them to leave Q, get into Gematria. So I'm gonna close this out. It's been a really nice stream. I just know closing it now is the best thing to do. It's one of those things where like 2 hours would pass. I'm like, okay, thank God I didn't sit there for another hour, 30 minutes, so I can get to my destination appropriately. It doesn't matter like that, but plenty of other days to stream. But anyone wants a recap? Red and blue pillars of Freemasonry everywhere. More divisive propaganda, some Saudi, and then the white American. I mean, that's the whole divisive bullshit crap they've been putting out forever. And then here we have the red and blue pillars for Masonry here. We have 2 theatrical actors. From his birthday, from Donald Trump's birthday, a specific amount of days is coming out. We're talking about Jamal Khashoggi. Khashoggi comes to 50 like Freemasonry. So, this actor's finally admits to playing a man. They just like to be putting this type of thing in people's face all the time in this point in our life. That's the key word here. Why didn't we get all this type of thing, years ago? Why now? It's all coming out together. And I say it for everything because it's all part of an agenda. Agenda-based propaganda. Trump praises Confederate general. I mean, come on. This is just low ball, low fruit propaganda, where you don't need any sort of numerical analysis to see how it's a bunch of crap. He's praising you see how this divides people? The American Civil War against the Confederate States were supposed to be all for slavery. This is all in their bullshit narrative. Confederate States are the slavery side, and they're so racist. And he's doing this in Lebanon, Ohio. He's doing this in Ohio, as I've been saying since day one. Donald Trump is an actor in all this Ohio propaganda because Donald Trump is an actor playing the role of Saturn, the keeper of time. Time equals 47. Ohio, 47, 25. Like, time. Then you also have this capital city, Columbus, 47, 25. You see that? So we have the Saturnian actor, Donald Trump, 47, 25, in Ohio, inside this bullshit propaganda that he always is, in Lebanon, Ohio. Very interesting. Lebanon, another Middle Eastern nation. Now he's here with this Saudi. I mean, this is a bunch of crap. This is what Q needs to see. So I need to be in Q right now just showing them this. This will wake them up. They'll be like, damn. He is an actor. Trump's here in the New World Order. No, Trump is here to act and deceive by the numbers. Robert E. Lee was a great general. 44. Donald Trump, the 44th person to be president. Make America Great Again. Look what happens if I type that out in his reverse ordinal. .404. 440, 404 in the same cipher. Thelema 44. Donald Trump, a thelemic actor. The numbers for Thelema always paired on him. H, the 19th letter, 1 plus 9 is 10. Lebanon, Ohio. See, I saw this earlier. I didn't really think too much of it because, like, oh, Trump's in Ohio again. I mean, what's new? He's always here. Always here putting on bullshit propaganda. Lebanon, 2763 in the Buckeye State. Oh, my goodness. Cannot type this. Buckeye. 2736. Here's today on 113, Scottish 113. Only thing I'll say is today doesn't have, Ohio 61, 16. I was going to say today doesn't have Ohio numerology, but I was just thinking of another day. Today is 113, 61, 16 numerology. That's why Trump, the time actor, time 61, is in Ohio 61, 16, by the numbers today. Pi 16, 25, 29, Trump 25, 29, Ohio 25, 29, time 187 in Satanic Gematria. And so does Ohio, also some 187. Ohio State founded in 1870. I can't even end the video without talking about the state of Ohio, then putting out more bullshit propaganda by this numerical system. So all they do every single day. Right now, the Buckeyes are playing their fake sporting event, and they very well can win today just because of this date numerology. But they can lose. If the Buckeyes lose, and again, if I get this wrong, you can say it's a wrong prediction. I'm literally just using this. If you're trying to get a solid prediction, you want to do from the quarterback's birthday, from the coach's birthday. I haven't done any sort of decode, but just look at the date numerology. This looks strong for the Ohio State Buckeyes losing only because, yes, Columbus equals 34 in the full reduction, but murder 34, killing 43, and then 61-16 numerology. So killing murder numbers with Ohio numerology, murder 79. If they lose today, let's just look it up. OSU game. Can't they? I swear to God. I mean, it's easy to do with Google sometimes. I just like this site's layout a lot. That's why I use it. It's not because since day one I've known that they track you because they say they can't track you on DuckDuckGo. I've always thought that that's a bunch of bullshit. I think they track you with DuckDuckGo. I think DuckDuckGo is the Masons as well. I just like how it's set up, and I hate Google. Oh, it's not even started yet. Wait, this is 113 against Nebraska. Wait. They won. Okay, see, they won. But they were against Minnesota. And you have to look at the narrative. Like, people think OSU is going to win every game. I've already said, though, they're going to go to the championship and win. I think they're winning the whole thing. That's my main prediction. I still think OSU, Justin Wise put out a good amount of information about this, and I soon want to make a video about what he's been saying. But I think the Buckeyes are going to go the whole way. And I like how this happened because you have to understand then it's always more. That's why I say you got to do from the birthdays. You got to do from like other things. You can't just look at the date numerology for sports, especially, and just make a correct prediction of who's going to win. And it's hard to even say. You can even say they're going to be here on this day because they're always playing Saturdays anyway. How can you contact me before I go? That you can send me a YouTube message. I'm trying to think a better way too, because I don't even know. Yeah, you can send me a YouTube message. You can tweet me. And let me give you guys my Twitter. I think that might be a good way to do that too. Because I'm about to go after sharing this information. Because I know how it goes. I'm not going to go. Thing is, I'm pretty bad with emails. So I know if I was giving people my email, like I wouldn't get back. Like I've already given people my email. I was already so bad at like replying, and I just feel bad. QAnonpost.com, words are in the kill boxes, not a black screen. I'm gonna put this in my notes and check this out. Check this out too. But I hope you can tweet me here. You see the music I like and add. I had bad music, and this is I like Japanese music, but I've had some crazy music too that's like you're like this is stupid, but I like beats. If the beat's good, I'm one of those programmed boy in that sense. But I have an appreciation for all music. I don't really discriminate. If it sounds good to my ears, that's all that matters, So we're gonna close up this propaganda in this stream. I'm trying to think of any other way to reach me. I think YouTube messages this works the best, but okay. But if you have my Twitter too, you seem that you have a Twitter as well. I'm expecting information. I like information. Okay, I'll check that out. Northern Rising. Warren Zevon. Try to decode. Haven't heard of him. Okay, no black screen. Okay, I'll check that out, man. Oh, years of research. I didn't even see this part. Years of research in Ohio is perfect because I really do want to compile it and put out a book soon. Not soon, but within the next not too long from now. Once I get all the information, so I would love that information. And I'll definitely be making some videos about what you're showing me, how they're by the numbers. State of Ohio puts out all sorts of propaganda. It's all by numbers 27, 72, 36, 117, 63. Numbers for Buckeye. Numbers for Ohio. Oh, one last thing. No problem. I promise this will be the last thing. I just want to see from June 14th to today, see if there's any Ohio-specific numbers, see if they're carrying that pattern, seeing why he's in Lebanon, Ohio today. And also knows that Lebanon has the numbers for Islam as well. And on the day he's with the Saudi guy, he's in Lebanon. It's 36. I honestly, I've been showing a lot of things in this video, but I think that should sink in for someone. What are the odds? He's in Lebanon, Ohio. We all know about the country. And then the same day he's there, they have this propaganda him with the Saudi. I know they're different countries, but you get what they're trying to say. I hope you see the riddle. It's a bunch of crap. He's with the Islam man. Lebanon, Islam, same gematria. That's what he's in. Islam, the sun. That's what he's in the Buckeye state. Buckeye and sun, the same gematria. Is perfect. Unbelievable. It just blows my mind how people don't see these riddles after they've been taught them. Revelation 121, blood sacrifice 121. Well, we have here 3 months, 30 days. That's 4 months though. Information 122, 17 weeks, 3 days. 173 to 40th prime, circle 40, Zionist 40. $35 weeks from his upcoming 73rd birthday. And 35 is the number for Thelema. In 82, 8 months, 2 days. Thelema 35, 28. Donald Trump's. It's funny. I was trying to show you people how he's a Thelemic actor, and from this thing, this day, 8 months, 2 days, 35 weeks. It's also 8 months, 1 day exactly. And what have we been saying? Islam 81. I can't believe this. So, do you see how Donald Trump is a fake news actor, always participating in bullshit propaganda by the numbers? So we see how the word Islam, reversing that political order, sums to 81. So 8 months, 1 day from his upcoming 73rd birthday, Donald Trump. I hope I'm getting his he's born 46. Upcoming 73rd birthday, 8 months, 1 day, Islam. And of all the cities in Ohio, of all the places, guys, Ohio has all sorts of cities, counties, with the 88 counties, 88 connecting to time as well. 88 miles per hour, Back to the Future, 88 representing 4 circles, 1440 degrees. So you see that. So he's in Ohio. He's in Lebanon, Ohio, with his sun numbers as well. Islam, 36. On front page CNN, he's with the Saudi. See? I just can't get over this. It cannot get over this. Lebanon OH equals 40. That's why he was there 17 and 3, like 17 weeks and 3 days from his birthday. Unbelievable. I just blown away. Just let this sink in. Let this sink in. So the world can understand what's going on. Unbelievable. Such a comedy show. Such a comedy show. Look at this. It's in the Middle East. It's by Saudi Arabia. It's pretty close to there. Western Asia. That's what we're talking about here. Yep. Time and space. 88. Look into the NLMA, the figure 8 of the moon. Yes, that's very interesting too, but I do want to look more into that. I've seen a bit about it, but there's a whole lot more about that I can learn. Propaganda after propaganda, way too obvious. Cabal full of Kabbalists. When Q calls out Jews and Freemasons directly, I will bite. Yep. He never does, because he is a Zionist Jew, he is a Freemason. Yeah, only 17. But the problem is, that's why I want to get rid of these fake ass sports. I'm here trying to wake up the state of Ohio to a lot of this propaganda, because my mentality is that if they're the 7th most populous state in the nation, so this nation, 400 million people at least, and they're the 7th most populous state, and it's one of the smallest states, it's like the 34th in size, like the 34th largest, so it's a very big population density. Like the math is there, the numbers are there. It should be very easy to propagate my propaganda, which is not propaganda at all, it's straight up truth, but propagate my information. Yeah, Buckeyes are winning. It looks like they won from what I saw. And against U of M. But again, I was just trying to show, like, just based on the date numerology, it looked like they're gonna lose. But as I said, like, you gotta have more analysis than just this, especially if we're seeing if the sports team's gonna win. And I showed it right there. But interesting, Ohio 61-16. But there's so many people here, and it sucks. Where are they all right now? They're all at this fake sports game, being deceived by the Freemasons. It's called the Dark Secret Societies. Q just calls out the Dark Secret Societies. Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones. That's what I'm saying. That's what they do. They call the little theater troops, the little things that everyone knows about. Like these are public. Everyone knows about Bohemian. You can look this up online on Google and all this shit. As in, like, Google Maps and stuff. You can find Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove, meetups and stuff. Not like when they meet up, but you know what I mean. There are buildings and shit. So it's like, they don't call it who's actually putting this on. Yeah, I'm glad I'm going to be a hero there. I want to be a hero for people who need to wake up. And Q's where to start. And that's the thing, Q is a necessary evil. See how they rounded up all these people into one spot? They made it so easy. It's like the state of Ohio, necessary evil. They rounded up everyone here. I'm still not sure why so many people live here. Maybe it goes back to time with all the factory stuff and all the slaving away for the Jewish Kabbalists. But anyway, I have all this dense populations I can expose this information to, and that's what I'm working on. The magic moon sigil is 9 by 9 square. The center is 41, and the skull and bone gematria is 41. The square of the center is 41. Like the center square, you see that it's square to center sum to 41. I'm just trying to parse like what you wrote. You know what I mean? Like my brain's trying to map what you wrote. It's not too clear to me. Oh, just send me more about it. That's much better. The bad actors there, yep, hence the cabal. They don't call the Jesuit order, yep. But I'm calling all these people. Google 9 by 9 square. I'm gonna look at all that once I get to my destination. I'm gonna email myself these notes so I'll have it when I get there. But I'm gonna close the stream. But it's been a good ass time. Okay, I'll images too. A mass awakening, but a controlled awakening. They're controlling it. I'm trying to speed that up, and Q's just slowing my work down. So I'm gonna go there and tell them what's up. It's all right, y'all. Peace out. It's been a fun time. Probably gonna stream again, hopefully tomorrow, but if not, sometime soon. See you later.